Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly Watkins here with the Bridge Group Remax Westside, and today we're talking about 4 mistakes not to make as a first-time home buyer. Number 1, not using a local lender. A lot of first-time homebuyers go directly to the bank to get a pre-qual letter, and that's a great start. But you want to have a lender that, number 1, gives you all the different options out there for you, all the different deals here locally in Texas, as well as you want to make sure they're available on nights and weekends, because perhaps you're going to need a pre-qual letter revised on a weekend and they're not available.
You will. You will definitely need
yes.
that.
And you want to make sure that throughout the appraisal process, throughout there's any hiccups along the way, we want to make sure that they're on your side and giving you all the options possible here locally for you. Number 2, not knowing the difference between your wants and your needs. A lot of first-time home buyers have a list of 30 things that they have to have in a property. When we look at the actual options out there for you, there may not be a ton in your price point location that you're looking for. So first, we'll talk about what is that you need. Number of bedrooms, number of baths, locations such as you want to have to go to Katy High School, for instance. And then if there's a want, we'll see what's available, like a pool or an outdoor kitchen or a media room.
A corner lot, a larger lot, things like that.
So a lot of first-time homebuyers think they're going to be able to get every single thing, and sometimes it does happen. But we always say if you get about 80% of what you're looking for, you're doing really well, because you can always add on those things as time goes on.
Number 3, not having realistic expectations on price point. This is a big one. This is a really big one. We've worked with lots of buyers over the years, and you know what? One of the biggest things is price point. I had one client, and Kelly asked me to share this on this one, and we saw so many properties, and I negotiated so many good deals, and that was what he kept telling me all the time. I want a good deal. So I got him an amazing deal. I got him a $65,000 off deal. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he ended up not buying anyways. But the thing is where we learned on that one, a good deal is multiple different things. A lot of times our clients and a lot of other people think a good deal is just a massive amount off of the price.
Right.
That's not always the case. In a different market, or if a different product, like Nick, I know Nick is negotiating one out right now, they're going to offer just a little bit over the asking price so that they can get the home of their dreams. They love this house, they want this house, but it turned into a bidding war between them and 2 others, and so they're going to bring a little bit more. However, that property was priced under market value.
Exactly.
So they're not going to be losing money on the evaluation or the value of the property. So in that case, the good deal is getting the property.
Absolutely. So we're going to run the comps, the comparable market analysis for each property, and based on where it is, if it's above market value, at market value, or below, that's how we're going to determine what we come in, and that will determine the good deal that you get.
And we'll be able to tell you too if this property is not a good deal.
Correct.
We've done that before.
We're going to be honest with you for sure.
And number 4, biggest mistake. There are so many mistakes you could make, but here are just 4 of them. Our last but not least is not using a local expert. Now, Kelly and I, we have been in Katy for a very, very long time, in junior high school, and further. But I grew up here in Fulshear. Kelly grew up in Katy, went to the schools, so we grew up with the areas, the communities, the master plan, the builders. We know the routes into Houston, the roads, all of that has a huge factor. One of the clients that I worked with that was an absolute pleasure to work with met me in an open house, and he was relocating from out of state. His relo company paired him with someone that was in the Woodlands, and they didn't really know what was going on here in Katy, but this is where he wanted to work. So I was able to actually take over with his relo company, work with him, and actually he's living here in Cross Creek Ranch where he's a neighbor of ours, and it was better for him to take West Park Tollway to his job than it was any other option, and he didn't even know about West Park Tollway. That's the value of working with someone that is local, that knows the roads, that knows the schools, tax rates, communities, master plan versus builder, all of those things.
So those are just a few of the mistakes that first-time homebuyers tend to make. There's a lot more mistakes that could be made in a transaction, anywhere between 50 to 100 steps in one transaction. So If you've had thoughts of buying here in the Houston area, if you know of anybody looking to buy here in the Houston area, please have them reach out to us or reach out to us directly, and we'd love to help them throughout the entire process.